Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. I hear, I know. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. The object of the superior man is truth. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. By three methods we may learn wisdom: first, by reflection, which is noblest; second, by imitation, which is easiest; and third, by experience, which is the bitterest. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed; if in terms of 10 years, plant trees; if in terms of 100 years, teach the people. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. When anger rises, think of the consequences. If I am walking with 2 other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. He who learns, but does not think, is lost. He who thinks, but does not learn, is in great danger. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. The cautious seldom err. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Study the past if you would divine the future. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his action. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Heaven means to be one with God. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. You cannot open a book without learning something. If we don't know life, how can we know death? Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? When we see persons of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see persons of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability, he is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. Speak the truth, do not yield to anger, give, if thou art asked for little, by these 3 steps thou wilt go near the gods. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. There are 3 methods to gaining wisdom. The first is reflection, which is the highest. The second is limitation, which is the easiest. The third is experience, which is the bitterest. Instead of being concerned that you have no office, be concerned to think how you may fit yourself for office. Instead of being concerned that you are not known, seek to be worthy of being known. He who acts with a constant view to his own advantage will be much murmured against. When you are laboring for others, let it be with the same zeal as if it were for yourself.